Hello my dear students, I am your English teacher Onna Bonik, PGT English, Bojjola Binapani Higher Secondary School, and today we will be reading a poem of Standard 9 from your book Beehive. Students, can you tell me which is your favorite season of the year? Mine? Okay, mine is the rainy season. Do you know why? Because I just love that sound of the rain. And after the scorching heat of the summer season, the rain, when it comes, it's like a bliss. It's like a blessing, isn't it, my dear students? So you must also be having a favorite season of the year. Okay, later on I will know that. Students, you know, when I was a child, I used to believe that when it rains, it's actually the gods who are sitting over there in heaven and they are crying. And the tears, they come down as rain. But as I grew up, I understood that no one is crying. It's actually a weather phenomenon. Isn't that beautiful? Every aspect of nature is so very beautiful. Like rain. And the smell of the earth when it rains, right? It's heaven. And especially the sound of the rain, it calms down a depressed soul. It calms down a heavy soul. It gives us so much of happiness. And you know, do you have memories associated with the different seasons? Like in the summer season, you have your vacations, right? So you might be traveling to different places and then you collect so much of memories with you, right? So the next summer you remember, oh, last year I had gone there. Yes, last year I had met him or her, right? So we see we have different memories also associated with the different seasons. Do you want to hear the sound of the rain or the music of the rain? Let's hear it together. Nice, na? Okay, so I think by now you have got a hint of what's our topic today. Yes, it's the poem Rain on the Roof by Coed Skinny. So before analyzing our poem, let's talk about our poet. So our poet today, Coed Skinny, was born in New York. Okay, he was born on November 24th, 1826, and he was an American lawyer, politician, journalist, and also a poet. In this poem, the poet tells us about a sweet memory of his childhood. When there are dark clouds over the sky and then suddenly it starts to rain, the music of the rain, it makes him remember some sweet memories of his childhood. Right? He is sleeping in his cozy bed with his pillow hugged tightly, and then he is lost in thoughts. And what are those thoughts? Those thoughts are about his mother. So as I have already told you that the seasons has so much of memories. Every year they come and we remember some incident of the past, or every year they create some new memories for us. Okay, so now let's start reading our poem and then we will eventually analyze our poem. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, to regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. In the first stanza he says, when the humid shadows hover. Humid shadows humid means full of moisture, okay? That is full of water, full of moisture, shadows. What are the shadows there? And the shadows are hovering. Hovering means to move around. The starry spheres, and they are moving over the starry sphere. Sphere means circle. That is, he is talking about the sky there. And starry means full of stars. That means he is talking about the night sky. So he is saying that in the night sky, something some shadows, some moisture laden shadows are moving about. And what are those shadows? Those shadows are the clouds. And why shadowy? Because it's like the clouds are so moisture laden that it seems like they are casting a shadow on the surface of the earth. Okay, so he is talking about the clouds on a night sky. And the melancholy darkness. Darkness means dark time, obviously it's night time, right? Melancholy means sad. He is saying that it seems like the sky is sad because it's night time, right? Gently weeps in rainy tears. Weeps mean to cry. It seems like the sky is about to cry. It is sad. And then suddenly the tears, they fall in the form of rain, right? As I had told you that when we were younger, we used to believe like it's raining. Maybe someone is crying from right over the sky, right? So he's also saying something like that. That it seems like the sky was a bit sad, so it started crying and eventually it started to rain. Okay? Next, what happens? What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed. So he is sleeping or lying down on his bed. Cottage chamber means his bedroom. His bedroom by hugging his pillow tightly close to him. Okay, see, what a bliss to press the pillow. Pressing the pillow means to hug the pillow tightly. He is sleeping, he is lying down, and outside it is raining. Just imagine what a beautiful and comfortable moment that is. And lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Patter means the sound of the rain. Yes, when the rain, it hits the roof of our houses, it makes a sound, right? He's referring to that sound. It's referring to the sound of the rain. So he is saying that the night sky was full of clouds and then suddenly it started to rain. And I am sleeping on my bed with my pillow hugged tightly and I am hearing to the music of the rain or to the patter of the rain. This word patter is very important because this word will be repeatedly used in this poem. Okay, and patter means the sound of the rain. Alright, so I hope you understood the first stanza. Now let's talk about the second stanza. Every tinkle on the shingles. So tinkle means short ringing sound. So here it refers to the sound of the raindrops. So he is saying that every tinkle on the shingle. Shingle means rectangular wooden tiles that are used on the roof. As you may see in the picture, shingles are the tiles, rectangular tiles that are used on the roof of our houses. Okay, so he is saying that when the rain drops, they fall on the tiles, they create a short tingling sound that he calls as the tinkle. Okay, so every tinkle on the shingle, that is when the rain falls on the tile, the music that is created, it has an echo in my heart. Echo means a sound that is repeated times and again, right? For example, if you go to an empty room and if you talk something or you shout, then you can find that the words, it seems like they repeat back after you, right? For example, let's see the video. Yes, this is called an echo. Okay, so he says that such kind of sounds of the rain, they create some music in my heart also. It echoes in my heart. That is, it says something to me. And what's that? And 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. And then he says, like a busy person like me. Busy being means busy person. He says we all are busy, right? In something or the other, and then suddenly when we pay attention to the sound of the rain, there are so many fancies and dreams that start cooking up in our minds. And same is with his case also. Then he says 1,000 recollections, 1,000 and hundreds of memories from the past, they flash up before my eyes, they flash up in my heart, weave their air threads into woof. He says that the dreams, they come like they are the threads of air. They are like threads. And then they start weaving themselves up. Woof means threads woven in a crisscross way. The memories from every direction, like threads coming from everywhere, they start coming and they weave. They just get mixed up in his mind. Right? So many thoughts, so many dreams, so many imaginations. By what? Only by listening to the sound of the rain. Isn't that beautiful? and I listened to the patter of the rain upon the roof. And yes, again the same thing. He says that, and I kept listening to the patter of the rain, that is to the sound of the rain lying down on my bed. So these are the first two stanzas where basically he says that it's raining and he is sleeping down on his bed and he gets to hear the sweet music of the rain, and then he is lost into dreams. Okay, then what happens? Now in memory comes my mother, and then suddenly his memories, they draw him back toward the memory of his mother. As she used in years agone, many years ago, she used to do something. And what's that? Agone means in the past. And when the poet says used, she used to, that means he wants to say that maybe the mother is not alive now, or she is not present with him right now. Okay. So what she did, to regard the darling dreamers she used to love and caress the poet when he was a child. Darling dreamers here mean the poet. Dreamer means one who dreams. And why darling? Because obviously every children is always a darling to their mother, right? So here darling dreamers refer to the poet and his siblings. Siblings means maybe his brothers, sisters, something like that. So they used to sleep down maybe on the lap of their mother, and then when it used to rain outside, maybe the mother used to sing songs for them or used to just caress them on their head, right? So when now it is raining, he is remembering his mother. He is trying to correlate his past and the present. And see my dear students, mother is so special to every one of us, right? So whenever a thought or a memory of the mother comes, we all become so emotional. So he is totally moved by the sound of the rain because now he can remember his mother. Yeri, she left them till the dawn. Yeri means before. She used to kiss them and wish them good night and let them sleep, and she would come back again in the next morning. Oh, I feel her fond look on me. He is saying that till now I can feel my mother is just beside me. As I said, he is trying to correlate his past and present. He is feeling like, yes, my mother is still with me. As I listened to this refrain, list means to listen. He is listening to the sound of the rain, right? And refrain means repeated music. A music that is repeated times and again. And what is being repeated here? The rain, right? When the rain is falling constantly, he's feeling like the music of the rain is being repeated. So he says, now when I am listening to this music of the rain that is falling outside, I can remember my mother who used to caress me when I was a child. And now I feel like my mother is right beside me, and she is still doing the same. So you see how the rain has brought back such fond memories of his childhood. And who's that fond person? Yes, it's his mother. So he has become very emotional and he is totally moved by the sound of the rain. And whenever it rains, the same memories come back to him again and again. So whenever it rains, he feels like his mother is still looking at him with that love, care and affection. So you see, in this poem, the poet talks about that how beautiful the sound of the rain can be. He says that he's a busy person, or he wants to say that his mind is always busy with several thoughts. Maybe he's under so much of work pressure or something like that. And then his busy mind, it starts to calm down or to soothe down as soon as he gets to hear the sound of the rain. Just imagine he's lying down on his bed, right, cozily with his pillow close to him, and then it starts to rain, right? And his busy mind then starts weaving different kind of thoughts, memories, imaginations inside him, right? Earlier, you see, he had said that it's night time, and the nighttime sky is looking so melancholic. It's looking so sad because it's dark time, right? And with darkness, we associate sadness, gloomy, despair, right? And then suddenly, when it rains, it comes like a compensation to all the melancholy things. So you see how the music of the rain, it becomes like a bridge between his past and his present. One of the theme of our poem could be the healing power of rain. The rain has come as a medicine to him. How? Because you see, he says that his mind was busy, and when at night time it starts to rain, he becomes so excited. It heals his mind, especially when the memories of his mother come to him. his soul is rejuvenated, it seems. The second theme could be memories associated with something. How the sound of the music can bring back so many memories of our lifetime, isn't it? And a tired soul, and we just forget all our worries, and we just keep on listening to the music of the rain, enjoying it, and cherishing, revisiting our old fond memories. So now let's go into a quick summary of our poem.
The poet expresses his love for nature and praises the healing power of rain, especially when heard from a cozy bed in a lovely cottage. The poet is thrilled when he observes the starry sky being overcast with rain-bearing clouds. But he does not like the darkness that is there. Soon it starts to rain. The poet feels immense pleasure to lie in his cottage chamber with a pillow pressed against him and listen to the sound of the raindrops falling on the tin roof overhead. Every drop of rain falling on the roof makes a tinkling sound that produces an echo in the poet's heart. These sounds arouse 1,000 imagination in the poet's busy mind. The pattering sound of the raindrops also revives his memory related to his mother who is not in this world. The poet remembers how she used to give a lovely look at her dear children when she put them to sleep and wished them to have sweet dreams before leaving them to meet again the next morning. The poet, while listening to the repetitive rhythms of the raindrops falling on the roof of his cottage, can feel the presence of his mother around him. He visualizes her affectionate look bending over him. Thus he presents rain as a bridging force between his present and past.
Let's discuss about the literary devices. First, let's talk about the rhyme scheme of our poem, which is A, B, C, D, D, E, F, E. Okay. Next, the literary device that comes is alliteration. And what is alliteration? You all know that when a consonant sound is repeated in two or more consecutive words, that is called alliteration. For example, you see the examples: humid, hover. Right? You may see in the poem these words are placed together. Humid, hover. And what's the consonant sound here? H. So the H sound is repetitive in both the words, humid, hover. Starry spheres, the S sound. Press pillow, the P sound. Lie listening, L sound. Busy being, B sound. And rain roof, that is the R sound. So these are the examples of alliteration. Okay, the next literary device is onomatopoeia. And what is onomatopoeia? Words that represent some kind of sound is known as onomatopoeia. For example, the word patter here means the sound of the rain. The word tinkle also means short sound. So these are the examples of onomatopoeia. Next comes personification. That is when human attributes are given to non-human things. For example, darkness has been personified here when he says darkness is sad. Now darkness cannot be sad, right? A human can be sad. So he says that darkness is sad. So darkness has been personified. He says recollections weave dreams. So who weave dreams? Recollections. So this is also an example of personification. That's all about the literary devices. Now let's discuss some questions and answers.
What do the following phrases mean to you? Humid shadows, starry spheres, what a blaze, 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, 1,000 recollections wave their air threads into woof. So we will say humid shadows means the shadows of different things which become wet during the rainy season. Starry spheres is the area where stars appear in a group in the sky. What a blaze here refers to the happiness when the poet listens to the raindrops. 1,000 dreamy fancies refers to the recollecting of the past of the poet and finds himself lost in reveries and dreams in the rainy weather. 1,000 recollections weave their air thrills into woof means that the poet recollects hundreds of memories in the rainy season and they weave a weft with the help of air threads. What does the poet like to do when it rains? When it rains, the poet wants to lie on bed in a cottage and listen to pitter-patter sound of the rain. What does the poet like to do when it rains? What is the single major memory that comes to the poet's mind? Who are the darling dreamers? The poet's mother is a single major memory that comes to his mind. Darling dreamers here refers to the kids who remember their mothers like the poet or his siblings. Is the poet now a child? Is his mother alive? No, the poet is not a child now. He is grown up and his mother is no more, but her memories still haunt him. And in the long answer questions, my dear students, you may prepare questions like about the title and you will say yes, the title is very appropriate because the entire poem is about the rain, the healing power of the rain and the memories that are brought back by the rain. Then you may talk about the summary which I have already discussed In the central idea, you will talk about the summary also, and also how music comes as a relief to a tired soul, and how music can lead us or give us flashbacks of the fond memories of our past.
So, my dear students, I hope you really enjoyed this poem because we all love rain, right? And we all love the sound of the rain. Whenever it rains, we just open our doors, windows, or we go to the roof of our houses only to see the rain, to feel the rain, or to hear the music of the rain. Similar is in the case of the poet. He also loves the rain. He's remembering his mother and he's totally enjoying the sound of the rain because the sound of the rain helps him to sleep fast because it is acting as a lullaby of his mother, right? He can feel his mother sitting right next to him. So I think this video will be very helpful to you. We have explained the poem, we have discussed the literary devices as well as the questions and answers. So meet you soon again with another topic. Till then, bye.